Hey everybody, Chris Eggleston here. So I'm at Tanner Ranch, the property here, to do the walkthrough and find out why this place isn't renting. All right, you can tell that nobody's been here for a while. They don't even have landscape services. So my first concern is that this is locked and I won't even be able to access the lockbox to put in my code. So there you have it. Why isn't this property being rented? Well, somebody locked the lockbox inside the security gate, so nobody can access that lockbox to view the property, which means nobody's getting inside to view the property, which means they're just going to keep lowering the price until they can rent it. So, or until somebody gets smart and comes out here and takes a look around. Now, what I wanted to do though real quick is show you this. There are some nice features about this place. Sorry, I'm putting my glasses on, it's bright. They have this extended driveway and it's done professionally. Looks really good. And then let's just go check the backyard. Like I said in the video earlier, it's unusual to find a home that has landscaping in the backyard. And again, this nice paver walkway. But yeah, as you can see, they did not remove the landscaping back here. Fruit trees are still here, and the grass is still here. And again, clearly nobody has been here in a while. So this place is not being maintained. It is empty, and I always like to look inside on these situations because there were a couple of houses that I went to look at, and believe it or not, the lockbox was there and it was accessible, but you couldn't get the key because the key wasn't there. There was no key in the lockbox. So, hey, look, an albino praying mantis. That's pretty cool. All right, side note. So there was no key in the lockbox. Well, I reported the missing key because I had already requested my code to get into the lockbox. And one of the things they ask you when you're done, and did you put the key back? Yes, okay. Because if you're the last one there and there's no key, then they can charge you $150. So I called them, said, hey, look, I'm at this property. There is no key in the lockbox. I said, okay. I said, I just want to make sure I'm not going to get charged. They said, you're fine. So then a week or two goes by and I get a notification that the price has been reduced on the property. So it had to have been at least 2 weeks. So I get my wife loaded up and say, let's go check out the property. We drive out there, same thing. The lockbox is there, it's completely open, there's no key. So I'm a little annoyed because at this point, I really want to view this property. It was nice. But anyway, so what I did is I went through the gate and I went and I looked in the backyard and looked through the back sliding glass door, and people were living there. So essentially what had happened is squatters had gotten into the place. So, and here's what I think that they did. They got the key out of the box and they just took it with them, and then they staked the place out to find out how long it would be before somebody would come and replace the key or come and check out what's going on. Well, seeing that nobody came, they just moved in. So I called that time and reported the squatters. And then while I was there, somebody else pulled up to come and view the property. And they told me that they had originally come and viewed the property over a month previously, and the key was missing then. So basically in Arizona, there are squatters' rights. And if you've been in a home, if you're squatting in a home for 30 days, it's really hard to get you out. So yeah, that happened. That's why I always like in these situations, when there's no key or there's a situation where like the security gate's locked, I like to go and look in the windows and see if somebody's squatting. They do have, let's see. They do have this bad boy here, which they would typically use to put a key in for a for a tenant. I don't know if there's anything in there. Hold on one second, I'll set this down. Well, I was hoping the lockbox code would be the same as this is a street lane home. Like I said, I live in a street lane home, and we had the same situation when we actually got the keys. They put it in a lockbox like that and gave us the code. I just wanted to see if the same code would work, but it doesn't appear to be working. So there you have it, folks. Why isn't this place renting? Because nobody can get to the lockbox to go inside and take a look. And at I think it was $2,095. You're not going to make that decision at that price. Now, you might blindly rent it at 18, 17 at this market, but not at $2,095. So there you have it. That's why it's not renting. Hey everybody, Chris Eggleston here, and we're going to do another property review and walkthrough today. This one, not too far from the others that we've looked at, still out in Santan Valley, and I'm just hitting these up because I'm kind of out in the area. But with this one, again, I'm going to jump down to the pricing history. That's where I usually like to start. And I like to start with when it was sold. So right here, they purchased it November of 21 for $397, and then it got to the market April of 22. So what is that? 6 months, 5-6 months. It sat where they were probably doing some rehabs and renovation to it. But it started out at $2,310 for rent. We're currently down to $2,095 a month. Okay, so why isn't this one renting? That's the big question. As you can see, they've consistently been dropping the price almost every week, and nobody's probably been out to look at the property. We'll go ahead and take a gander through these photos real quick. So they didn't put their traditional floor in because this has nice tile flooring. Color sucks, but it's the tile flooring, and they didn't. So this is probably all the original stuff. I can't tell if these are new appliances or the existing ones. We'll do the walkthrough to confirm, but they look nice. Can't tell. I can't tell if this is more of the tile or if it's a vinyl floor. I'm not sure why they changed it from the other one. Kind of ugly. From these images, these bathrooms look a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, but we'll check for sure. So that does look like vinyl flooring. I'm not sure why they changed it in the bedrooms. Another bathroom also looks pretty decent. Now, this is the first house I've seen that's a street lane home that actually has a yard that's not just rock. Now, this may have changed. It's kind of all overgrown and nasty looking, so it may have changed since I took these pictures. But I've never seen a straight lane home with grass or anything in the backyard other than rock. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when we go and walk through. Now, if you're opposed to living in a home where pets were, you'll notice they do have a doggy door, or if you prefer to have a home that's pet friendly, there's a doggy door there for you. So initially there are some things here to be concerned about. This property has been on the market forever. What is it, actually 78 days, 10 contacts through Zillow anyway. Don't know how many people have actually gone on to Rently and viewed the property, but in 78 days there's only been 10 people that have requested a tour or requested to apply. Again, one that if you were at all interested in, You could go and call the number, see if there's been any applications, anything pending, and then if you wanted to go and see the property. Now, this isn't one that I would probably go look at if I was looking for me. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, which is a little bit more roomy. Not a lot of square footage, but for me, I would get sick just looking at the floors every day, going from room to room. I do like that there's grass in the backyard. I do appreciate that, and I would prefer that. So anyway, just we're gonna go do the walkthrough now. It does look like it might have a RV gate on it, maybe not a very wide one, but it might be one. So anyway, just again, here's another one that we're gonna go look at. We're gonna find out why it's not renting. It's not far from me here. There is like a Walmart right over here, I think. And there's a gas station right here. This is an older home. Let's see, I always like to look at the year it was built. 2004. So for this area, that's an older home. It's probably one of the first homes built out in this area. So it is an older home comparatively. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see. Again, it's one of those ones where you may have an opportunity to do some negotiation to get that price down to something that's more relevant. I don't know of anything that's actually renting for this kind of money that looks like this house, or that is the size of this house, for this much money out here in this area. Okay, for those are like prices you'd expect to see like in Queen Creek, which is a more built up, newer area, or potentially in Gilbert even. So yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous that that's where they started, but maybe they do that with the intent of just reducing the price to make it more appealing or to catch more attention. I don't know. Seems to me like you want to rent this property soon instead of having to pay all the expenses over 4 months. Then you rent it, you price it to rent. So anyway, we're going to go do the walkthrough now, and let's find out why this place isn't renting.